Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. So today our yoga practice is for allergies. So I don't mean peanut allergies, but I mean outside pollen, trees, weeds, all that stuff that comes with summertime and springtime allergies, because I get really itchy eyes and a stuffy nose, and it's just horrible sometimes. So what I want to do today is a nice slow yoga practice that really we can keep our eyes closed for most of it, if not all of it, and to just slow down the breath a little bit just to help us open things up, clear some of that sinus goop out of the way. So if that sounds good to you, find some space to get to move. But we are going to be moving nice and slow. And as I mentioned, I want you guys to just let the eyes be shut as much as you can, as much as you are comfortable doing so, because I just want to relieve those itchy eyes. So my eyes are going to be closed for probably most of the practice today. But with that being said, you guys, let's get started. But just remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We will begin today by just finding a comfy seated position. So whatever that looks like for you, you can make your way there now. And then letting the eyes close whenever you're ready for it. Just placing your hands either on your knees or in your lap, and start to take a few nice big breath in any way that feels good. So maybe through the nose and out through the mouth. And just slowing things down a little bit here. And if you feel like maybe your allergies are keeping your nose nice and stuffy and you're not able to breathe through it yet, that's all good. Just breathe through your mouth, and as you move throughout the practice today, you might find that your nostrils start to open up for you and you can start to move that breath through the nose. But just breathing however feels good. And with your next inhale, I want you to sit a little bit taller. And as you exhale, just turn your upper body to face the right side. So not cranking your body too much, just twisting as far as it wants to go today. Leaving the eyes shut, but turning the chin in the same direction that you're facing. And with an inhale, you can start to turn back to face the front, and exhale to the left. Just finding a nice gentle twist. And with an inhale, you can turn yourself back to face the front. We're going to draw our shoulders up to our ears, roll them all the way back and down. 3 times. 3 nice, slow, and big shoulder rolls. And then when you're done those, we're going to find our way into tabletop, so you can bring your hands in front of you onto the mat. If you need to open your eyes to transition, you can. But spreading your fingers nice and wide, bring your knees underneath your hips. And as you inhale, start to drop your belly, lifting your chest, just arching through the back. Holding it here, noticing how this feels through the back and the spine, the abdominals. And stay for another breath in. And exhale as you round, squeezing your belly button in, opening through those shoulders as you push into your palms. And with your next inhale, starting to drop the belly again, lifting the chest, maybe the chin. One more breath in. And exhale to round. Squeeze the belly button in. Maybe the chin can come towards the collarbone. And then slowly as you inhale, start to come back to a nice flat back. We're just going to walk our hands out in front. Keep your hips where they are, not over top of your knees. And just drop your forearms down to the mat for a puppy dog. So once your forearms come down, if they can come down, you're going to bring the forehead down as well. Just keeping those hips nice and high. Feeling this through your shoulders, your arms, maybe even into the mid-body, the back and the tummy. And then using an inhale, just start to lift back up. Walking your hands in under your shoulders. We're going to be bringing our right foot forward and keeping the left knee planted. So you can slide that right foot forward a little bit more. And we're just going to sink nice and low into the lunge. So maybe getting into those hips a little bit here. If you want to add just a little rock from side to side. If you're able to keep your balance and just let the eyes close, give it a try. And then option to stay here or to add a twist. So if you're coming for the twist, the left hand is going to stay planted. Right hand is just going to rest on top of the knee, and you're just going to pull that right shoulder back, maybe lifting the chin towards that top shoulder as well. So again, feel free to let the eyes close once you get into the twist. Holding it here for just a few moments. You can draw your belly button back towards your spine, but just feeling the breath. Awesome, Reiki guys, nice and slow. Start to bring that right hand down onto the mat. Sink those hips down and forward again. Maybe do a little rock from side to side. And then we're going to send those hips all the way back. Just a quick counter stretch in our half split. So I want you to push the ball of the foot into the mat, the toes into the mat, and bring some nice length to that front leg. So keeping your hands on either side to help you balance. Closing the eyes if it's available to you. Just feeling your breath. Nice work, you guys. So slowly, I want you to start to lift yourself. Actually, we're going to walk our hands to the inside of that front leg. So your right leg's going to be out to the side, and you're just going to pivot on the back knee so that you can come up to standing, and you're on the left knee and your right leg is out to the side. So as best you can, turn your toes to point forward on that straight leg. And then this right hand is just going to slide down your leg, and you're going to inhale the left arm up and over for getting a nice side stretch. You can let the eyes be closed. Awesome work, you guys. So use an inhale to lift yourself back up. We are going to bring our hands down to the mat. Weird transition. We're going to come to seated. The right leg is going to be forward, and the left foot is coming into the inner thigh. So this time I want you to flex the foot. Start to pull the toes back towards your forehead. You can bring your hands to the mat and take an inhale as you sit tall. And exhale to tip forward from the hips. Folding any amount that feels good on the back of that leg that's out, that right leg. And keeping a nice long spine if your low back needs you to. Any discomfort, just keep a nice long spine. And then dropping the chest if it feels good for you as well. Nice work, you guys. Use an inhale to lift yourself back up. We're just going to bend the front leg in. We're going to cross our ankles and tip forward to find our tabletop position. So we're going to do a little bit more of our cat and cow. So as you inhale, start to drop the belly, lift the chest. And exhale to round through the spine, pulling those shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, drop the belly again, lift the chest. And exhale to round. And then coming back to a nice flat back. That left foot is going to come forward this time. Right knee staying planted, but you can scooch back. Getting into those hips a little bit in a nice low lunge. Rocking side to side if it feels good for you, or just be nice and still. And then again, just feeling the breath. Let the eyes be closed. And just scan your body, notice how good this feels through the hips. And when you're ready to go into that twist, your right hand can stay planted. Left hand is going to find the knee, and you're just going to gently pull that left shoulder back. So again, not cranking too hard through the body, just going as far as it wants to go. Maybe you can close the eyes in the twist, or maybe you're looking over your back shoulder. And just taking one more inhale. And exhale, bring that left hand down to the mat. One more chance in that nice low lunge maybe. Adding a few more rocks, really getting into those hips. And whenever you're ready for it, you can start to send the hips back, finding that half split, but pushing the ball of the foot and the toes down into the mat. Maybe you're feeling that through the top of the ankle. So just another breath here. And then we're going to be walking our hands to the inside of that left leg and just pivoting that back leg. So you're on the knee and you're going to come all the way up. You're going to lift your upper body and just turn your toes of that straight leg to point forwards. So the left hand can slide down the leg and inhale. The right arm up and over for a lovely side body stretch. So really reaching up and reaching over. And then with an inhale, you can lift yourself back up. We're going to bring our hands down. And then again, as gracefully as you can, have a seat. Left leg's going to be out long and right foot is coming to that inner thigh. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, tip forward if you want it, any amount. But flexing that foot, pulling those toes back towards your forehead. And with an inhale, you can start to lift back up out of the forward fold. Bring your right leg out next to the left one. Lay onto your back. And we're just going to keep the feet planted, so bending the knees. Rest your arms beside you. And with an inhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. So you don't have to lift them as high as you possibly can. Just lift them a little bit off of the mat. And if you can let the eyes be closed and just scan your body, noticing where the work is coming from, through the legs, through the core, the glutes, and just feeling your breath. And taking one more inhale. And exhale, lower your hips down. We're going to pick our knees up, or our feet up. So you can hang on to the back of your legs. We're going to send our feet, our toes up towards the ceiling. And then if you would like to let go of your legs, you can, or you can keep hanging on to them. But just letting the upper body, the head relax, keeping the eyes closed if you can, and just noticing the sensations that are coming into your body right now as you let the blood rush from the toes down towards the hips and into the heart and the head. So just taking another breath here. And then slowly bend the knees, let the feet come down. Walk your feet together, let your knees come out wide, making that diamond shape with your legs. And just take your right hand and place it on your belly button, and your left hand, place it on your heart. Take a nice big breath in, and big breath out. And then just try to let go of any control you have over your breath. Let your body take over that role. And just continuing to feel the breath. Letting the stomach just move up and down. And then just taking your hands off your tummy and bringing them to the outside of your legs. Drawing them back together, those knees back together. And then extend your legs out nice and long. Bring your feet to the edges of your mat. And resting your arms beside you. Turning your palms to face up. And just taking a few moments in Shavasana today, or however long you'd like to stay here. Getting just a bit more relief as we get to keep the eyes closed. And maybe you're able to breathe through the nose now. And staying here as long as you'd like. You're starting to bring your hands together, your palms together in prayer. Have a great rest of your day, you guys. I hope you feel some relief from your allergies in this moment. And until we meet again, namaste.